what's going on, guys? Pete with Auto Repair Tips. If you want to learn how to keep your car maintained and all the kinds of cool stuff, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss anything. In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to change a caliper on your car. For demonstration purposes, we're going to be working with a 2001 Chevy Suburban. This procedure will cover most all vehicles, but you're going to want to check your owner's manual just to be safe. The tools needed for this job is going to be a 24mm socket, a pry bar, an impact, a T55 for your caliper, and an 11mm for your brake hose. Some new calipers come with a new caliper bracket. If this one comes with a caliper bracket, it'll require an 18mm socket to take it off. In the description below, I'll put a link to where you can get all the tools and the caliper to do this job. Let's go ahead and get started. First thing you're going to do is take your 24mm socket and you'll take off the plastic cover that's hiding the lug nuts. Next, you'll take your impact and you'll take off the lug nuts. Remove the wheel. Be careful, don't drop the wheel. That thing will bounce and hit you right back in the face if you do. Trust me, I've had it happen to me once or twice. The next thing you'll do is get your T55. That looks like a star. That's going to remove your caliper. Once you remove the star bolts, you might need to take your pry bar and pry off the caliper. We're not going to be installing brake pads in this car. The customer just put new pads, rotors, and a master cylinder. The reason we're replacing the calipers is it has a bad bleeder valve, and he wasn't able to bleed the system correctly. Once you remove the caliper, set it on top of the rotor. This is the part number to the new caliper. The new caliper did come with a mounting bracket, so we'll use that also. I'll put a link down in the description below where you can buy this caliper at. To remove the caliper bracket, it's an 18mm bolt. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and reinstall the new bracket. You reinstall the two 18mm bolts. Now it's time to go ahead and put the brakes on. Make sure before you put the brakes on, you go ahead and put some anti-seize on the slides. This will help the brake pads slide back and forth on the caliper bracket so you don't have any chance of the brakes sticking, seizing. It helps the brakes function correctly. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and reinstall the caliper. Now it's time to go ahead and transfer that brake line. You're going to remove the 11mm bolt. Make sure before you put the new brake line on the new caliper, you get the two new brass fittings that are in that box. Use those new fittings. This will help the bolt seat on that caliper and you won't have any chance of brake fluid leaking at that fitting. Now it's time to go find a buddy to help you bleed the system. You're going to have the buddy sit in the car and pump up the brake pedal until he has pressure. Once he does that, you'll tell him to hold pressure on the brake pedal. You'll take a 10mm wrench, you'll open up the bleeder valve, and you'll relieve air and fluid out of the system. Make sure he holds pressure on that brake pedal when you open up that valve and keeps pressure on it until you have tightened that valve back up. Then he can relieve pressure off that brake pedal. And you'll repeat this process until there's no more air in the system and all you have is straight fluid coming out. Once you have this, you're done bleeding your system. And that's all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, I've started a podcast. I just released episode 1 on reality car shows. I'll put a link at the top of the screen where you can check out this video. Thanks again for watching.